Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Tony Goldwyn goes behind the camera for the personal new film Ezra. It's in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Ezra looks at the parenting challenges that comes with raising a child on the autism spectrum. Bobby Cannavale stars as Max, a stand-up comic who struggles with what is best for his son Ezra, who is autistic. Ezra is played by newcomer William A. Fitzgerald, who is also autistic in real life. Ezra is getting into trouble at school to the point of being expelled. Max, along with his ex-wife Jen, who's played by Rose Byrne, really disagree on getting Ezra extra help by sending him to a special needs school with other kids like Ezra. Max doesn't believe that Ezra needs the extra attention. Some could say that Max is ignoring the reality of Ezra's needs. Max finds himself caught between a rock and a hard place between work and family. He's finally getting the chance to appear on Jimmy Kimmel, but needs to address Ezra's needs. Now, after Ezra sneaks out of the house one night, Max decides it might be best just to take him on a road trip to California when Max appears on Jimmy Kimmel. The film also stars Robert De Niro as Max's father and Whoopi Goldberg as his agent. Tony Goldwyn is best known for playing President Fitz on Scandal and for a star-making turn in Ghost. He's directed a few movies and television episodes before, but Ezra is his most personal film to date, given that it was written by his good friend Tony Spiridakis. Now, the film is loosely inspired by Tony Spiridakis' experiences raising his own autistic son. Goldwyn and his team really worked hard at making sure that they included the autism community in different aspects of the film, from having a really inclusive set, just making sure that this story felt real. And you could feel that in the care that's given to really showcasing the different perspectives at hand. Casting William A. Fitzgerald was key to making sure that the character of Ezra really worked. He's just magnetic on screen, and the character felt like someone who was just unpredictable and without a filter to his thoughts. We see how that really causes a disconnect between Max and Jenna. The story is shown through the eyes of Max in his quest to really help his son. There's this kind of underlying tone of anger and frustration with how Max feels. I think that he feels that Ezra is really holding him back. Now, I never questioned Max's love for his son, as he's really trying to find a balance for himself. It's a story of fathers and sons, as the B-plot also revolves around the relationship between Max and the feelings that he has toward his own father growing up. Max has a temper and has a twisted moral compass, which he gets from his dad. Robert De Niro is just another bit of inspired casting as Max's dad. Now, the movie can be a bit cringe-worthy at times. Watching Max make all these horrible parenting choices with Ezra along the way, between taking him on the road to taking him to comedy clubs and just ignoring what might be best. I think that the audience will see all these red flags, which may still ring true in the dynamics of how fathers deal with their children versus how mothers deal with their children. Ezra the movie comes with a very unique story of a comic taking his son to the set of Jimmy Kimmel. I do wonder if it may seem a bit unrelatable for other parents out there who are raising their children who may be on the autism spectrum. Their everyday life may feel very different than what's presented on screen. But the earnest performances and the lessons are still valid regardless. And the film should still be able to touch audiences, especially dads out there like Max, who really struggle with the right kind of care that their children need. I'm giving Ezra 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I got to interview Tony Goldwyn, Rose Byrne, and Bobby Cannavale. So check out those interviews. Check out how they think about parenting, what it was like making this movie, and learning more about the autism community. It was really fun interviews that I had with Tony Goldwyn, Bobby Cannavale, and Rose Byrne. So check them out. And let me know, are you interested in Ezra? Leave me a comment on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. I hope people go see this movie in the theaters, because I think it is a story that needs to be told. Thank you so much for watching my review of Ezra. This is Paul's trip to the movies.